Let's show a CPAC welcome for Governor Sarah Palin.
At the NRA, as a lifetime member of the NRA, I so appreciate her efforts there, protecting our Second Amendment rights. Thank you, Millie. She is not just a mama grizzly, she's a mama grizzly who's probably packing, so don't mess with Millie. Now today, the conservative movement has never been stronger or brighter, with people at the grassroots. And yet, the federal government has never cast a bigger shadow. So for the last 3 years, we've been waving a bold banner that shouts, "Don't tread on me." See, the Tea Party rose up because Americans woke up. Our movement, it is bigger than one person. It is bigger than one candidate. It is bigger than one party. It's about one country united under God. We aren't red Americans. We're not blue Americans. We're red, white, and blue. And President Obama, we are through with you. $135,000 per taxpayer just in this new debt. $3 million more a minute. And no plan to stop it. No plan. No budget. Going on 1,000 and some odd days, and still no budget. He mucked it up. Folks, this government isn't too big to fail. It's too big to succeed. It's too big to ignore, and it is too big to bear anymore. But it is not a failure of the American people. It is not a failure of America itself. It is the failure of our leadership. But we know how to change that. Oh, yes, we do. Oh, yes, we can. Hope and change. Yeah, you gotta hope things change. To borrow another phrase from our president, we can't wait. Our country hangs in the balance. You just won. You see how easy that is? Just look to the old world to see the new world's future. It's a future of downsizing and downturns and downgrades. Now that's the future of the far left's dream. That's not the American dream. And so help me God, it's not a future we will ever accept. He gave us more promises. Promises to give us, quote, an economy built to last. Well, Mr. President, we don't want an economy built to last. We want an economy built to grow, and we certainly don't want your economy built to last. We want your administration to end. Real recovery can't get underway until government gets out of the way. We know how to deal with that debt. You cut it, gut it, get rid of it. Americans shouldn't have to spend their lives working so hard so Washington can spend easy. He says that he has a jobs plan now, a jobs plan to win the future. WTF, I know. And I'm the idiot. WTF plan. Well, he'll invest your money in bullet trains to nowhere, but he'll stop Boeing from building airplanes anywhere. Bankrupt green energy companies get sweet loans and grant offers, but oil pipelines not allowed to give you job offers. We say his plan isn't winning the future. It is losing our country. We have a better jobs plan, and it's called the free market, and it worked before this president, and it will work again after this president. His Washington regulatory wizards, they didn't prevent the financial meltdown. These folks have helped cause it, and you had to bail them out. The president says, well, small Americans, small town Americans, we bitterly cling to our religion and our guns because we're just doggone frustrated with his pace of change. You say, I say, we say, keep your change, we'll keep our God, our guns, our Constitution. The president believes that your tax dollars should subsidize, Planned Parenthood. We believe that every child is created equal with that right to life. And I asked you to stand up for those who cannot stand for themselves. If not us, then who? Thank you. Today, the White House is actually trying to negotiate with the Taliban, while at the same time they're watching helplessly as Iran moves perilously close to developing their nukes and the ICBMs to deliver them. We say our #1 constitutional duty that belongs to the commander-in-chief is protecting the American people and this great land and our allies. God bless Israel. Our president needs to understand that. He needs to understand what you understand. That is what America's brave fighting sons and daughters are asked to risk their lives for every day. If only he would understand that. This isn't some international community organizing we're talking about or social welfare networking that's going on. No, we will never apologize for America's strength and our greatness, and we will refuse to accept that a weak America means a better and safer world. One reason our president, I believe, has such a skewed view here tucked inside Washington is he doesn't get out to see much of real America. Now, 11 months from now, he'll have his chance to spend his time outside D.C., all of it. You have to ask yourself, though, well, when was the last time you saw the EPA prevent constructing, say, a new government building? Maybe instead of calling Washington a swamp, we should call it a wetlands. Maybe that'll slow down the growth of government. But this Washington is a place where politicians, they arrive as men and women of modest means, and they become plutocrats. The money-making opportunities for D.C. politicians are really endless. But they don't just enrich themselves off of you for themselves. They spread the wealth around to their pals. And this has a name. It's called crony capitalism. This isn't the capitalism of free men and free markets, of risk and sacrifice, of innovation and hard work. No, it's the capitalism of connections and of government bailouts and handouts and waste and corporate welfare and corruption. This is the capitalism of Barack Obama and the permanent political class. And it's why I say to the Occupy protesters, you're occupying the wrong place, you're protesting the wrong thing. Often they come to D.C. denouncing the place as, the cesspool of corruption. But after a year or two, they decide, it's not a cesspool, more like a hot tub. And they're hopping in, enjoying the jacuzzi. Well, America, it is time that we drain the jacuzzi and we throw the bums out with the bathwater. Toast the Tea Party members there in Congress. Many of them who have fought so bravely against the status quo. And they've agreed with us that you can't get out of debt by digging deeper into debt. Some even voted against giving the president another plastic credit card that we expect our kids and our grandkids to have to pay off for us. Barack Obama has fought these folks every step of the way. He has dismissed them. He has lied about them. They have held their ground. They've kept their promises to the people who hired them, and now they need reinforcements. Will you help them? This November, we're going to take back the Senate, and we're going to fortify the House. Be aware, Washington. Tea Party patriots are alive and well, we'll elect more, and this time, establishment, we expect them to get leadership posts in Congress. When a ship is going down, the last thing you need is a community organizer just reorganizing the deck chairs while singing, "Let's stay together." I came from a state with a corruption problem too. The difference is, though you don't make many friends in the establishment doing it, I fought the corrupt political machine. Barack Obama, though, he used it. He used it to advance. He never challenged it. He never changed it. He brought it here with him. We know that the far left and their media allies can't beat us on the issues. So instead, they'll distort our records. They'll smear our reputations. They'll even attack our families. Let's not do the job for them. Okay, Republicans, okay, independents. In 2008, man, we saw that opponents will stop at nothing to destroy our party's ticket. Even after the race, attempts to destroy would continue. We can't let the next ticket go through that. We can't let them divide us. Together, we must stand as conservatives with common sense, with a servant's heart for the good of our party. But more importantly, for the sake of our country, we must stand united. Whoever our nominee is, we must work together to get him over the finish line so he can start tackling this defense of our republic. And then next year, at this time next year, we will have a true conservative in the Oval Office. And next year, may he be here, one of us, speaking to us at CPAC. We will have a president who defends our American way of life instead of apologizing for it. We will have a commander-in-chief worthy of our troops. Friends, we are the heirs of patriots who cast off the chains of tyranny, of immigrants who braved the seas, of pioneers who pushed into the great unknown, of soldiers who stormed foreign shores, of farmers and workers laboring in fields and in factories from dusk to dawn. They toiled so that their children would have a better life. That is America, and that is freedom, and that is why we are exceptional. As President Obama lacks the vision to lead, we will lead. The door is open. Our vision is as bold and strong and free as the country that we love. It's a vision of government that works for us, not against us. It's a vision that is rooted in the old Washington of our founders, not the Washington of today's permanent political class. It is a vision of reward for hard work and personal responsibility, of liberty and of empowerment. It's a vision that our heroes throughout history proved through liberating strife, their selfless love of country. It is the enduring vision of this land which God has shed his grace upon. We will cherish it. We will preserve it. We will fight for it. The door is open. God bless you, patriots, and God bless the United States of America.
She's not just a pretty face. She's got everything it takes. She has a mastermind, a journalist at times.
Red Americans. We're not blue Americans. We're red, white, and blue.